That's staying in.
Oh. I didn't know
back.
that.
I'm an idiot.
What is
Is the fence ready?
I can't tell what's in the video Lozu sent me and what's freaking system audio from your end. Because Lozu sent me a Phoenix Wright video.
Come on, Audacity, stop being retarded.
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah. We are, Your Honor.
Okay.
But
what are you confused about?
I don't know if we've started or not.
Yeah, we started.
What was it the detective wanted to tell you?
Oh, yeah, that's staying in.
Okay.
That's new voice for
No.
that one line.
Okay, I'm not Mickey Mousing the fuck out of this character. He gave me the note that was sent to Maya Fey. We think it might be from the Ravalas family. We always lose good openers.
I know. It's a curse. Strange, was that it?
All in due time, Your Honor.
No, answer me now. You aren't going to tell them
We're
about
not
the
doing
bug.
that again. Why was she the judge? Not yet. Waters called me aside because he was nervous about Williamson. I think this bug might be coming in handy sooner rather than later.
He gave you nothing else. If he did, then we should see it.
Shut up. Trust me.
Yes, I suppose that I do.
Then just go with me on this. Your reasoning isn't your reasoning isn't correct. Your reasoning isn't incorrect, just incomplete. But let me show you why you're wrong.
Fuck you. Please do.
No one likes a rhymer, Obadiah.
Hello? Okay.
The Great Bear! Are we gonna read through this again?
Do you want to?
I mean, yeah, kinda.
Okay. The D-killer whom Miss Hood met was one of Menderes's henchmen. Son of a bitch. Audacity, stop being a bitch. Mr. Black was killed as a hit job.
Might get lower.
I know, I don't know. On orders from his boss.
Boss! Yeah,
Miss
get the boss! The boss!
Miss Porter was likely assassinated in order to keep her silent. Only Stephen Jameson was murdered by Menderes himself. However, the shovel and location of the bodies prove he knew about Mr. Black. As mastermind, all of the deaths are still on his head.
You and me, Williamson, my place, Barry Manilow, Rose Petals. Let's go.
But that's
making a big mistake.
but that's Phoenix's and Edgeworth's thing.
Barry Manilow?
Mm-hmm. Exclusively theirs.
Better like I did before. But I mean, Edgeworth doesn't exist in this universe apparently. So he's single. I'm not your pawn anymore. It's just you, me, and the evidence.
Phoenix has a dead girlfriend that gets summoned by Maya on occasion.
I mean, technically, she wasn't his girlfriend.
You know.
We'll see who the truth really lies with.
You know the truth.
Iris was his girlfriend.
Well, that too. Well, Dahlia was his girlfriend.
Well, no, he thought that Iris was Dahlia.
Yeah.
A henchman?
Why not? He is the Dawn. He shouldn't have to get his hands dirty. He is the Dawn.
Kikong.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants Donkey Kong in this. Oh wait, I can hear Kamek. I can hear Kamek typing. I would love to see Donkey Kong in this.
Why is Kamek super southern all of a sudden? I would love to see Donkey Kong in this.
Why not? He can do a convincing one, I think. It would make much more sense to have an expendable.
He can do just as convincing a southern accent as Kratos can a British one, which is not in the slightest. He's just doing his normal voice with a weird tick.
That's great. Expendable lackey do the job. That way it would be harder to connect back to him.
If it was true, it would answer a lot of questions.
It shows how Menderes connected to all three crimes without being the
Kevin's playing
culprit.
Tabletop Simulator!
Okay.
I've seen that notification freaking 50 times in the last week!
It's like, why'd you yell it though? You're
Because
that
I just
angry.
saw it pop up, and we were just talking about his stupid ass.
He knows. He knows he's being talked about. That's why he has to come in. It shows how Menderes is connected to all three crimes without being the culprit in all of them. Allow me to explain his role in each.
No.
I'm gonna do it.
No.
I'm
Hold
gonna
it.
do it.
There's no way to prove that.
I disagree. Under the circumstances, there is no way the suspect would not be aware of the murder. Yet he chose not to report anything for over a month.
Neither did Giggity Fuck.
Giggity fuck. That's his new name. Canonically. Given that and his connection to the Rivales family,
It's mostly because I can't remember his name. Finnegan, that was it.
Just call him Hood. The conclusion is obvious.
You're basing it all on supposition. There's no hard proof.
I'll show you hard proof. Menderes is a murderer. He's already escaped justice once. I will not allow it again.
Letting your anger get the better of you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why, but I won't let it stop me.
How can you see Menderes as anything but guilty? It is folly. The man murdered 4 people, it should be clear as day.
We're having a mental back and forth. He may
Again.
be a crime lord, but we still deserve the truth. If you want to prove me wrong,
You'll have to work for it.
we even complete each other's sentences in our minds. We're perfect for each other.
We are perfect for that Barry Manilow solo. My beard, your face.
Didn't need that. The same hitman who killed Mr. Black?
Jane Hood's testimony proves as such.
Jane Hood doesn't have a testimony. Well, who was it?
I am not sure, however, it is the only explanation.
No, it isn't. You're just too blinded by your hatred to see otherwise.
You are. Then give me another idea. We already know he killed Mr. Jameson.
No, we don't! No, we don't know that either.
I think he was trying to trick you. There are no other suspects. There simply is no way it wasn't him.
I need an alternate theory, or at least one to make him change his mind.
Pull it out of the ass, man.
What might show Menderes didn't plant this? Okay, so I'm assuming this is where we have to present.
I would assume so.
I read that as only Stephen Jameson murdered himself.
He just completely blocked out Menderes. Let's press it.
That's the only one you think he's guilty for? That was way less intense than I expected it to be.
Just the look on his face and the voice. It's like Xenoblade Chronicles 2 dub voice acting.
Shh. Hey, to be fair, the first one wasn't dubbed great either.
Like, the weird thing is, like, everywhere I saw, it was like everyone was praising that dub. And I'm like, what? Are you deaf?
The only character I've heard dubbed well in a Xenoblade game is Shulk himself. Other than that, everyone has been garbage.
I think the only one so far in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is Pyra, and that's only half the time. Make no mistake, I still consider him guilty for all of them. Mr. Jameson was the only one he personally killed. However, he had some involvement with Mr. Black and Miss Porter as well. And if not, if he only is responsible for Mr. Jameson, then he still goes to prison for a very long time. I hope I don't have to remind you of his prints on the shovel.
I remember.
Good. Then let's not argue over that which we both should agree, whatever. The defendant is a killer, plain and simple. His verdict must reflect that.
You still think they have to be linked even with multiple killers?
It would be too much of a coincidence if not. The same murder weapon was used, along with the same burial site. And furthermore, it was the suspect's shovel that was used. Regardless of...
There's gonna be some huge, like... There's no possible way we could think of this, like freaking...
It was Obadiah's shovel the whole time.
Obadiah somehow killed everybody. Obadiah's part of the family, or the freaking... The dude from Obadiah's case isn't dead, or something like that.
That'd be amazing. The same conclusion is clear. There is no way Kushari was the true victim. He was the actual leader of the family.
His real name is Salim Rivales.
I'm making the pizza all day.
Jesus.
Just to poison my victims. About? Just to poison my victims. There is no way you will make me believe these murders were not planned by the same people.
Your voice is low again. Yesterday the prosecution was saying it was all the same person.
We will adapt our theories to the changing circumstances, as you must as well. The last witness showed we had multiple killers. That must leave the defendant as the mastermind to all of them. You're the mastermind.
Mastermind. Would he still be charged for all the murders?
Mr. Jameson's certainly. For Mr. Black and Miss Porter, the charge would be changed. He is an accomplice and accessory for each. No matter what, he is going away forever.
What about the capital sentence? Is that being dropped?
Not if I have anything to say about it.
You realize you have no physical evidence proving this henchman theory?
Yes, you are right.
Yes, I am.
But as it stands, it is the most logical assumption. The three cases must be tied together. This is how we will do so.
You need to figure out how to make your mic stop. Okay, I didn't read that.
You and me, Williamson.
One of us is making a mistake here.
It's like we already read this shit.
I didn't freaking know.
It's the end of the testimony.
Okay, but you skipped it so fast I didn't see it. We'll see who the truth really lies with. You need to figure out how to stop your mic from sucking.
So I don't know why it does that now anymore.
In order to keep her silent.
This was the one where it was like, hey, yo, you present something.
Do we present the bug?
Miss Porter was likewise assassinated in order to keep her silent.
But she wasn't silent.
She was not silenced. She had a bug.
Close, but no cigar.
I do not smoke.
Really, Phoenix? Miss Porter was killed for a bottle that... Oh, yeah. Fuck. Forgot about that. For a bottle that she was hiding in her office.
Does not look like liquid. It looks like cocaine. The MN6 vial? How would you know that?
We found it. She was keeping it in her office. We had to find it ourselves. And Detective Waters just showed up with the recording proving the killer was after it.
A recording of her murder? Oh, we'll have to listen to that at once. Please play it for the court.
Is this on a freaking tape? How the hell does it? I'm not about to lose it. I don't have this voice at all.
Give me the bottle.
What bottle? What bottle, you joke?
I won't ask again.
And if I do give it to you, I'm sure you're just gonna let me walk away.
No, you have a good point. You have no incentive to give it up. But I'm on a tight schedule, you see, and I'm not above prying it from your cold, dead hands.
Help! Somebody help!
Okay. End of recording.
Can we hear the swing of the dagger?
Yes, the swing. Yes, well, that was certainly the victim's voice, but
Pretty
who was
hard to
that other?
frickin'... hard to mistake it.
I wasn't sure at first, but it kind of something clicked.
Somebody after the bottle. They thought she might have it after her affiliation with Mr. Jameson was revealed. And that is why she died.
That's why she died dead. This appears to prove my earlier theory. The suspect was found with a photo of the same bottle. Therefore, we know the reason he had his hitman killed.
Jimmy and Porter were both killed for the bottle, but not like that.
How so?
Menderes has been in jail for the past several days. The only contact he would have had with the outside world would have been through a visitor. That's the only way he could have communicated his orders to kill Miss Porter.
How should that matter?
Really? Menderes wouldn't give orders in person.
Oh, right. That was...
Trucy's notes. We've recently heard from several of Menderes' soldiers or allies.
Huh?
Shh!
What?
Trucy somehow knew about MN6.
So are you fluffing that up just to get, the gallery on your side, Feeney?
Raphael Donatello, that name again. Meredith Fay, Agent Togamera, they all said the same thing. Menderes doesn't talk business in person.
He wouldn't have had a chance being in detention.
Wait.
What other option was there?
Even I wasn't able to see him up until the day of the trial. Security around this guy is tighter than ever. They wouldn't let some random mobster in. He has
Unless
someone
they were
on the
a cop.
inside. How did your secret henchman know about the bottle, prosecutor? Menderes only saw the photo recently, the night he was arrested. How did he know Miss Porter might have it? How would he know any of this if he hadn't been in contact with Menderes?
He would have needed to have been at the Rosencrantz murder.
That's right. Good boy! This third party eavesdropped on Menderes and Jimmy while they talked about the bottle.
Do I get a treat?
Only if you finish all of your dinner.
I did.
The vegetables, too! And then, after Miss Porter chased the witness off, the only other witness... And then, after Miss Porter chased off the only other witness, the true killer stepped in. And beat him to death with a shovel.
That would mean that the same person really did kill all three people. If Menderes couldn't coordinate Miss Porter's murder with any... Jesus. I'm good. And the only way to know about the MN6 vial was to hear it from Mr. Jameson. Who was it? We can't let him get away.
It was Jane's D. Killer, your secret henchman. He killed Jimmy after Menderes ran away, then he hunted down Miss Porter in her office.
I believe you. I don't want to admit I've been chasing the wrong man, but What you say makes
What
sense.
makes you sense, say you?
Too much sense. And I may have let Mr. Jameson's killer get away.
Jimmy's killer isn't going to escape. He wanted us to have a chance. That's why he did what his killer wanted us to have a chance. That's why he did what he did.
No, Jimmy wanted
I
us to
know.
have a chance.
It's just bad wording. Finding the true villain meant enough to him that he would sacrifice his own life. He knew that people were going to continue to die. We have to catch that monster, Salim Kushari. Maybe even you.
What?
They threatened my life and yours after Miss Porter was found. The photos with the red X's, there were 2, just for us. Jimmy knew things would go that route eventually.
This is going to lead into I just died in your arms tonight. It must have been something you
No!
said.
Stop!
A true friend to the last.
That's why he abandoned you. Because he's a true friend.
To the last. What should we do?
We have to make the most of the chance he's given us.
Judge is
We have
just
to
like,
extend the trial for another day. Fuck!
Judge is just like, can we, do something now? But we have no suspects. We couldn't possibly arrest anyone for it.
We'll find him. You and me, Williamson. We'll work together as defense and prosecution were meant to.
We're just going all in on this, huh?
And we'll find our killer.
Do you still believe he was after the vial
what?
from
Still?
MN6?
What do you mean, still? It was 5 seconds ago that the thing was presented and no one rebutted it. What?
Do you still believe it, though?
Of course I do.
Then we must figure out its relation to the case. Is your client willing to testify?
We can ask him.
Hello? I hate all of you.
I'm a pretty girl.
I'm a beautiful woman.
Mr. Menderes, you understand the importance of MN6 to this current case?
Do not use Mr. when you address me.
Okay,
Of
jerk
course.
off Menderes.
Thank you. Of course.
You told me you're innocent. If that's true, I need you to help me. We've reached the end of the road. It's all or nothing now. If you can't help us... If he can't help us, what? We've already proved that there was someone else. Well, we've presented the theory that there's someone else there.
Shh.
What?
Shh. You're crazy, you know that. But it might be the right kind of crazy for the job. Which one, then? Which murder should I tell you about?
Literally all of them. Jimmy's, Mr. Jameson.
Fine, then.
Also, you can't go full screen when looking at Skype video anymore.
What?
Yeah, like whenever you're looking at someone's shared screen, you can't go full screen anymore. You can only maximize the window.
Why is Skype so bad?
I don't know.
The bottle of poison.
Okay.
Jameson called me up. The bottle of poison is Skype. Jameson called me up, said he wanted to talk. We arranged to meet in the woods, where nobody would bother us. When I came, he showed me that photo of the bottle, the one from Luciano's case. He had the real one somewhere, but wouldn't say where. Porter showed up, chased me off. The rest is history. Oh, okay. Cool. Thanks.
What did the photo mean to you?
It meant everything.
Can you show me where he touched you on this photo?
He just puts his hand on it.
Please do not grope the photo of a bottle.
My precious.
Jesus.
What do you mean? What did it mean? What do you mean? What did it mean? I don't know. It's a goddamn bottle. It meant Jameson had the bottle.
No, it didn't. The case was closed, but him having it was a threat.
Not to me. If they found me not guilty. If they found me not guilty, remember?
Sure. Maybe not to you, but somebody killed him and Miss Porter for it. Have you ever heard of a retrial, dipshit?
Nope. Those things do not exist. Why would anybody but him want them dead? Give me a break, Williamson. Jameson and Porter were messing around with the Mafia. Porter's sister was shot for that very thing. They knew what they were getting into. But I didn't have anything to do with it. Got it? You motherfucker.
You motherfucker. Then
Yeah,
why
man.
try to silence anybody?
Silence anybody. What the heck are you talking about?
You ordered the hit on Maya. You were going to kill Pearl.
I didn't do that.
I'm not letting any of that go.
You're a weirdo.
You shot
I
me
got
in
shot.
the heart.
You give love a bad name, Phoenix. I didn't do anything like that.
Fuck off. I'm gonna start playing frickin' Careless Whisper again. Liar, your own henchman ratted you out.
You think I don't know that? It seems a ridiculous thing to lie about, considering. Why make it up? Unless I'm not lying. Huh.
Pearl tried to kill her herself. I had nothing to do with it. I still can't bring myself to trust this guy. How am I supposed to take his word for that? Of course he'd lie. So will I find something to show he's full of it? Or end up proving that he's telling the truth?
He's probably telling the goddamn truth.
Oh, stupid, stupid Vexington.
He's a murderer. He wouldn't tell the truth.
I thought you were gonna start singing, he's a murderer, Mr. Grinch. I don't know why.
He's a murderer. Garcon.
He really, really sucks. Did you remember him from the MN6 trial?
Of course I did. The man didn't know how to let it go.
Man didn't know his ass from his elbows.
I would never go to prison for Luciano anyhow, so it didn't matter to me.
Would it bother anyone else if you were caught talking to him?
Fuck no. It might. Nobody in the family liked Jameson. Nobody likes their business getting pried into. And we have plenty of skeletons to dig up, believe me.
Oh, I believe you on that. But do I believe the rest of it? That's the question. No, the
Believe it!
The question... Why did you agree to meet him? I'm eating some good and plenty, fuck it.
I thought we could work something out. Maybe even get him on my side.
Would that ever be possible?
Chances didn't look good, but I knew we'd both benefit more by working together. Mr. Jameson would never work with you. Looks like I knew him better than you. He was the one who brought up the idea of negotiation. You're lying. You lying pants.
Don't let him get to you, stupid.
Your nose is growing.
I might believe him on this one.
Pants is on fire, bitch. You trust him?
I didn't say that. Why else would Jimmy want to meet with him? Was it just to show off that bottle, just to tease or threaten him? Hey man, you couldn't see me
Well,
doing that?
I mean, it sounds like Jimmy.
Yeah. He had to have some clear goal being there. Making a deal sounds like it would work.
But what kind of deal? Let me get around to it. It was about that bottle.
I feel like Obadiah is never going to prosecute again after this case.
No,
And assuming he doesn't die.
He's probably going to break, and everything's just going to be like, I don't fucking know anything anymore, man.
I've been in a mental hospital for the last 40 years. None of this is real.
Every time he sees blue, he gets PTSD. He's like, oh, Jesus.
Why did he let you know he had it? Was it blackmail? Anything like that?
Blackmail.
You know, I'm not beatboxing over here.
He just wanted to try his hand at it, just for a second. It was just the opposite. He said he was going to help me.
Now is not the time for your mixtape. Like, you tried to chime in, but then broke again.
Oh no. Oh, I'm good. Maybe.
Are you?
I quite enjoyed it. Dryson, get out of my courtroom.
I was pretending to be the judge, not Dryson, but okay.
That was Dryson.
If anything, it was the Canadian judge.
No, that was Dryson.
I said something like this. I didn't say something like this, sir. There's a difference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said he was going to help me, and that bottle was the key to it. Enough. Mr. Jameson would never side with you. He was an honest man, and this court will not buy your lies. You're one to talk about lies, Williamson, leading everyone around by the nose. It's a wonder anyone still takes you seriously. Right? Mr. Jameson trusted you. Do not believe a word coming from this suspect's mouth.
Shut up! Mommy and Daddy quit fighting! Jimmy trusted you too, prosecutor.
So? That don't mean nothing.
Why don't we let the evidence decide rather than holding a trial, Drayson? Rather than holding a trial based on a grudge.
He's starting to infect everything.
Shut up, sir! That's what Jimmy would have wanted.
You're right. He would have.
You put up a good argument.
I concede. But I don't believe for 1 second he would have worked with that man.
You don't have to believe shit. I can't see it. Is Menderes making all this up? If he is, I can expose that lie. I can hear it going forward, but then it takes forever to actually go forward.
Skype fucking up again.
As opposed to what? Now I'm just behind, like the video's behind the audio. But if he isn't... might want to restart this call.
Okay. Ringing, 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 ringing. There we go. Get more beatboxing in.
I can't see shit.
It's a beatboxing, you know.
I was doing the Skype theme.
It's a.
It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, the real thing. The real one was back in Miss Porter's office.
Right, I guess.
Nope.
Yep. But there was no way of me knowing that then.
That was a good Obadiah impression.
Thank you. Jameson wasn't stupid. He wasn't going to give up the location just like that. Okay, you're dying on good and plenties now.
Did he tell? It's licorice. Licorice kills me. Did he tell you what would? Did he tell you he would if you cooperated? I don't know why, but that melted my brain.
Why would he do that? I didn't need the bottle. He could keep it. Maybe better that way. No, I was going to help him. No matter what. Why on earth would you help him? You weirdo. I've been having...
Nope.
I'm doing it again.
I've
been having troubles of my own. The family isn't responding as well as I'd like. I thought Jameson might be the answer to my prayers. Yeah, I pray. I was just as surprised. Y'all need Jesus right now. I was just as surprised as anyone. Too bad for both of us that all got interrupted.
I think you clicking off the screen is desyncing the video and audio.
Oh god. That would be great. Amazing, fantastic even.
Why did you run?
I don't know. I like running. I heard her scream and made a break for it.
I
thought they might... Maybe it might be out for me. Can you really blame me? Who did you think was out for you? Obi.
The Mafia Police.
The specialized Mafia Police. Anyone, alright? Look, I've made enemies on my way to the top. A lot of enemies. There are people who hate me that I'd rather not meet at night in the woods. And heck,
Jimmy wasn't one of those people.
That Jameson might have been with them.
The Ravalis family? Are you that afraid of your own group?
Yeah, you're scary. Yes.
My name's not Ravalis.
It's Menderes, motherfucker. Here. Oh, you're here?
You can relate with? Also, I forgot the two of you were here. Is that all?
It's the weirdest thing. They haven't chimed in at all. At any point except for now. Yes, why?
You hesitated. I'm not entirely convinced, that's all.
Me either. You're leaving too much out. What's it gonna take? You two have had it in for me since the beginning. Well...
Yeah, I have it in for you, that's why I'm trying to help you, dipshit. I could leave, and you would go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping an open mind, but you have to help me. There are still holes everywhere, okay? Too much is unexplained.
You gotta fill all of these holes, every single one of them.
Giggity. Brucey, leave the room. Why would he need to meet you? How were you going to help? Or for that matter, how was he going to help you? I think it's clear you're still holding something back. What is it?
I didn't do any of it. That is all you have to say? We went through all that just for this? It's why we're here, isn't it? Me not killing anyone is the only statement that You don't know how this works, do you? Why would I want to help Jameson if he was a threat? He was a threat. That's why you murdered him. Yeah, well, why? Well, why would I even meet with them in the first place, Baka? To kill him? It wasn't me.
Okay.
That's his breakdown. It wasn't me. It was someone else.
Somebody besides Menderes who would want to kill Jimmy. I can think of a few. And he denies everything that's happened. But who else could it be? Who gave the order to shoot Maya? We've only ever heard his name? What? Unless that's the point.
Ding!
Why is his mouth open? I think I can prove it.
He was going to say something there for a second, but was like, nope.
Your Honor, the defendant is pleading innocent. Really? It's brief and to the point, but I'd like it added to the testimony.
Okay.
He's right. It's the most central part of the case. I'll address it now.
Indeed. Witness, please amend your statement.
Now's the moment of truth. Everything's going to come out.